Good afternoon and welcome to Fort Dodge, the Harlan Hazel Rogers Field here, Harlan Hazel Rogers Complex at the Channel Seeds Field. Dar Danielson with you at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Andy Pollock alongside me here for the 1A quarterfinals, the Highland Huskies and the Wayne Falcons here today. Let's go quickly to the road to state and talk about that because we're going to get started, I think, pretty soon. And for Highland, 17-9 record. They defeated Iowa Valley in the Region 4 champion, their first state tournament appearance since 2014, and they won it back in 2007. Lily Beret is one of their leaders at hitting .306, 5 homers. Jillian Stransky, 9-5, 2.6 ERA. For Wayne, the Region 1 champion, they defeated Seymour. They have a team fielding percentage of .967, an ERA of 1.69. Ava Whitney, a big hitter there, 5.24. And you see Izzy Moore, 20-0, 1.14 ERA. So the small schools, and one of the things that stands out about them is the number of games. A lot of them don't play quite as many games because you have to travel a lot farther for the smaller schools usually to get games in.
That and your pitching depth isn't quite there to be playing double headers three nights a week either. So you're sitting there, and you don't quite have the chance to hit some of those records that some of the girls at the big schools do, especially hitting wise. But there is some very gaudy hitting numbers put up by both of these teams.
And I think we're about ready to go to our public address announcer for the intros here. I always do a great job of turning the fields around quickly. Here we go.
Welcome to Rogers Sports Complex and this 1A quarterfinal matchup between the Highland Huskies and the Wayne Lady Falcons. The winner of this 1A quarterfinal matchup will advance to the semifinal round on Wednesday, tomorrow right here at Channel Seeds Field at 7 p.m. where it will be nice and cool. All right, let's meet the teams. Here first of all, the visitors from Highland. Here are the Huskies. Your non-starters, number 5, Jocelyn Protzman. Number 11, Ella Schlabaugh. And number 15, Ava Sexton. Your assistant coach, Samantha Cox. Now here's your starters. For the Highland Huskies, leading off playing center field, number 2, Cameron Fink. Playing second at second base, number 27, Lily Barre. Batting third in left field, number 1, Sienna Bell. Playing up hitter for the Huskies and doing the catching, number 22, Adley Sweeting. Batting fifth at shortstop, number 20, Kinsey Roos. Batting sixth at third
I'm ready for state tournament softball. I'd complain about the breeze blowing, but if it weren't for the breeze, Andy, we'd be making our own gravy here, as it's keeping us fairly cool, really.
Actually, it's cooled off quite a bit, but that wind is really picked up over the last 20, 25 minutes. It's blowing straight out to center field, which, you know, advantage right now to Wayne, the way they hit the home run ball. They've got so many girls that have power behind them in their lineup as we go out there today. But, you know, Highland here looking to pull the upset here today. That's in the 1-8 matchup, so we'll see. They live long and prosper.
Yeah, drops the Riverside early, future home of Captain James Kirk. And what do you see as you look at the early numbers here in these two before we get started?
Well, it's a defensive game. Wayne comes in with Izzy Moore, and she's one of the top pitchers in the state, 20-0, and she strikes out so many batters, nearly 10 a game, and doesn't walk many. Less than one walk per game, gives up about one run over the course of 7 innings. So you see her out there in the circle right now, and it's going to be tough for the Huskies to put up some runs today, but we'll see what they can do. And with this wind right now blowing out, who knows, get a couple up into that stratosphere and let her carry.
And I think with the good pitchers, it's not if you get on a roll and strike everybody out, but if you do have, you know, a ball that's hit or you get runners on, then how do you react too? Because the good ones will then buckle down and put away. So for Highland Riverside, the center fielder, Cameron Frink, a freshman, will lead it off here in this 1A quarterfinal.
Fink's done her job as a leadoff batter a bunch this year as that one gets popped up.
Yep.
She gets on base almost half the time.
To the second baseman. Little pop-up for out number 1. Izzy Moore, Allie Jo Fortune behind the plate, J.C. Trumbull at first, Ella Whitney at second, Bristol Peck at short, Ava Whitney at third, Lainey Harvey, Carson Anderson, and Hallie Ingram, the outfield left to right, as Lily Beret, the second baseman, the senior, steps in for Highland, rips it right into the glove, and Ava Whitney put the glove up and it went in there, and I don't, she looked a little surprised by that, but it works. Let's see it here. Quick hot smash. Right down there, and out number 2. Quickly, the 1-2 here brings up Sienna Bell, 8th grader left fielder for Highland. She swings. They're trying to hit early here, looks like, against
trying
Izzy.
to get right on it, but you noticed early on Moore working that upper part of the zone, has got some pop flies. Again, that was a pop fly back, and she's really working that low to high on that little bit of a rise ball right now, a little bit of a tail. I'm not sure it's a true rise ball yet that she's thrown, but really working that upper part of the zone.
Here's the 0-1. Foul back. 2 straight here. Foul back by Sienna Bell.
Under everything right now. It's just make the adjustment. I would expect something not hittable right now. So far, the Huskies have made contact with every single pitch that Izzy Moore has thrown.
This one is popped up, and just beyond Moore, that's going to drop in for a single. As Moore turned, the shortstop coming in, and it just right in the only hole there where it probably could go be a single, and it works.
Doesn't always have to be pretty, and again, a little bit of a pop-up with a backspin on it, kind of a cue ball shot as it pushed it to the opposite side of the field.
Brings up Adley Sweeting, an 8th grader, catching here with the runner on, 2 outs. Top of the first. That one outside, the first one that hasn't been touched by a bat.
I think you're going to see some big swings here from Sweeting. She likes to, the wrestler out there likes to swing for power. She digs in.
1-0. This one right by the third baseman on a big hop. And back-to-back singles.
Well, we said the key was going to be stringing a couple of hits together. They've done it right now. It just happened to get 2 outs before it, but some good solid contacts here early on in the lineup, as that's going to be ruled a hit as well, as it should. Probably see our first courtesy runner of the day for the Huskies.
And it will be number 11 is Ella Schlaubaugh for an IMT Insurance substitution. All substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free at IMTIMS.com. Brings up Kinsey Roosh, another 8th grader who plays shortstop. Yeah, the hot corner's been really hot here to start this.
They've jumped all over pitches early in the count right now. Roosh doesn't look like an 8th grader out there. She's pushing 6 foot tall, made a change in positions earlier this year, and she digs in again.
Here's a strike. One of the few pitches taken in the early going here.
First time we've seen more work lower in the zone right now. You see the youth on display early as well for the Huskies.
0-1. This one ripped foul, right side. And Izzy Moore on top of the batter.
Highland is up there to swing the bat. They're not looking for any walks today.
No, they're going to take their hacks, and that's the way to get to a pitcher's jump early. Oh, that looked pretty good, just a bit above the letters there.
Well, and Allie Jo Fortune, the catcher, has set herself up just a little bit too far outside to get that call. And good luck there from our home plate umpire. Daryl Meyer working the play today.
1-2, a little check swing, fouls it off to keep herself alive. 1-2 with
little oopsie swing. Way outside again with a target.
Yeah, Moore looks in. 2-2. Well, so far this is the longest at bat at 5 pitches that we've had already. Of the 5 batters.
You can hear the wind whipping through out there.
Oh, a good change gets her swinging. So Highland gets no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. The end of the half inning, no score here. Wayne coming up to bat after this at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You're watching the Girls Union Digital Network powered by MidAmerican Energy. Riverside gets a couple hits. Highland Riverside gets a couple hits, but can't bring the runners around. There were two out hits. And they're playing the Star Trek theme here for Riverside. It'll be Jillian Stransky in the circle. Adley Sweeting catching, Addison Protzman. First base, Lily Gray. Second, Kinsey Roosh at short. Maya Singbile at third. Sienna Bell, Catherine Fink, and Caitlin Thoman. The outfield left to right here as they go on defense the first time against the number 1 seed Wayne Falcons. Leading it off, Ella Whitney, the sophomore second baseman, hitting .455 coming into this one.
Yeah, going to see a heavy dose of Whitney early on with the Whitney sisters, Ella and Ava. Again, the youth, though, of the Huskies with the pitcher in there, Stransky. 18 appearances this year, 9 wins, 5 losses.
First one low.
2.6, the earned run average.
That one's low. She's got a little more of the standard delivery where you cock it, roll, and then come on through. You see all kinds of different ones.
Really working that lower part of the zone so far.
2-0 count. That one comes inside. 3-0. Against the leadoff hitter. Taken all the way and right down Main Street, 3-1.
Yeah, not much desire for Whitney to take a swing at that 3-0 pitch, especially early on in the game.
She Stransky gets the sign from Sweeting. This one fouled off. Full count.
Well, Stransky's battled back, and so far all we've seen are fastballs, but we'll be curious to see what else she's got in her arsenal right now and if she's willing to go to it on a full count pitch.
Yeah, tried to go inside low. Wasn't able to connect early, but now.
So far just mixed up the locations of that fastball, but pretty consistent speed.
That went inside for ball 4. A leadoff walk brings up Ava Whitney, the senior third baseman.
Tried to spin that one and bring it in on the hands. Just lost it a little bit low.
Here's the pitch. Whitney going on the pitch and slides in easily. Ball gets through to center field, but the center fielder, Fink, is right there.
And Whitney, we knew was going to be a threat to steal. That just became her 50th stolen base of the year.
50?
50. Wouldn't be surprised to see her try to take third either.
So 1-0 count. Man, a couple of great coaches here too. 20 years and 18 years for these two. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as they go on, but 0-1 count. That one inside, and the catcher pops up Sweeting quickly.
She's trying to get that ball pulled around to the left side of the infield with a runner on second right now. Try to keep him from advancing Whitney. But so far, just too far inside, can't find that corner.
1-1 pitch. Runner at second. No outs here. Bottom of the first. This one fouled back. And just over the screen.
Sweeting at her catcher spot wanted that ball outside, and fortunately for Stansky, that ball got left a little bit over the plate, a little bit more than I think she wanted, but Whitney just fouled it off. See the outside target once again.
That one outside. Sweeting bails out of there and is going to run her back.
I don't know if you can see on the, you can see on the stream with that upper camera, you can see that Whitney is taking a hard lead off second base. Long strides out there. If that ball is in the dirt at all, she's going to be swiping third.
2-2 pitch here, the number 2 batter. Rip foul down the line.
Going with a pitch, that's where Stansky's been throwing it on the inside, and Whitney gets around on it.
And if that is fair, it's in the corner. She's probably at second, maybe third, and her sister's already home taking off the batting gloves.
Yeah, Ava here at the plate is the older of the two. She's a senior. Ella, the sophomore, out there at second base.
Swing and a miss. Got her there on a bit of a rise.
Yeah, she had some good upward movement on it. I'm not sure if it was a true rise ball coming off the spin of it, but definitely had some upward movement. And you're ahead in the count. Good opportunity to throw that pitch.
Allie Jo Fortune, the senior catcher, steps in. That's low. Sweeting's getting her workout in already.
I think they're very cognizant, and I haven't seen a scouting report from the Huskies at all right now, but very cognizant of that delayed steal right now. That's why you keep seeing Sweeting run that ball right back out.
Shows bunt not going, and the third baseman pulled in on the bunt. The shortstop couldn't come over in time, and there's a stolen base. Third base.
Whitney get there so quick. Yeah. Stolen base number 51, but you make things so difficult as Fortune. That was designed just to get the third base the whole time. As you show the bunt, you got the rotation of the defense, and that's a tough play to make anyway, let alone when you've got a talented runner on the base paths.
2-0 now. Lifted. Back over the head of the shortstop into the grass, and there's a run in. Ella Whitney.
One of those hits that when you're in the cage doesn't look good at all, but out here you find that little gap right over top of the shortstop, and
And
the Lady Falcons draw first blood.
Roos was moving, looking, trying to get it over his shoulder. It's just too far.
And that takes a lot to get that over top of the 6-foot frame of Roosh, but just enough backspin on it, it floated a little bit. And now you bring up Izzy Moore, and Moore a year ago led the entire state in home runs, had 18 home runs. She's at 6 this year. His teams are much more careful about how they pitch to her.
And they got a courtesy runner over at first. IMT insurance substitution. That went in low. Ball 1. And I'm trying to see the number over there.
31, I think is who you got. I believe it's Memphis Stark.
Okay, Memphis Stark.
They don't communicate those to us down low.
Well, they used to, umpires used to yell them up, but now they just see them and they go. This one is going to get between the shortstop and third baseman for a single.
Oh, we got issues.
And hung up.
Nobody there.
But the throwback goes awry. Now out to second as they were trying to bring it over to the circle, but everybody keeps running.
This aggressive base running of Wayne early on has become very evident. You see a lot of teams use this in the club world of they will be very aggressive on the base paths, and teams that have or fans that have watched Fort Dodge over the years, that's what they've been so good at. And you get a runner on and you just start running, and you make teams eventually make a mistake. You get defense out of position, and that's exactly what Wayne is doing right now, and so far it's paid off for him.
Bristol Peck with the ball. So Allie Jill Fortune, or Memphis Stark at third, and then Izzy Moore at second.
Moore will run for herself. Didn't know if that would be the case or not for her pitching spot. Yeah, the Falcons with their aggressive base running is really rattled the Huskies here early on.
So Bristol Peck, the shortstop, steps in.
Look at these batting averages. And
right to the shortstop. She comes up, fires. Not in time. They go to third. Not in time.
Roosh can't sit on that ball. It was a slow roller, and she waited for it. And it's one of those where that internal clock just has to get going. You got to charge in, and she's new to the position. And that time she just kind of waited on the slow roller. It's a play that's got to be charged and made right away. And again, the aggressive base running, because as soon as that ball was thrown to first, Moore was on her way to third, and again, pays off for him. But you see, going to try to get a appeal right now over at first from Coach Highland, but I agree. I think she got there on time, and unless they're going to come and talk to somebody else, they're not going to get that appeal made at all. So probably another chance for runners to go right now over at first base with Peck, and that'll go down as a hit, I believe. Yeah, that'll go down as a hit as well.
Yeah, 3 hits. And the runner will go down with no throw.
Defense indifferent to that, going to allow that to happen. Again, Harvey with that protective bunt showing. Just enough to get the defense out of position and get some easy stolen bases.
So 0-1 on Harvey. The left fielder, the senior. And change up gets her.
It's one of the first off-speed pitches we've seen from Stansky, and I think it's a product of getting ahead in the count. She hasn't had a chance to do that very much. Might have to throw that pitch a little bit earlier on in some counts right now to work her way ahead.
Swing and a miss. And strikeout number 2.
Working a little middle of the plate to inside of the plate movement there for Stansky. Kind of a little screwball action.
And
chance to get out of this inning right now.
Yeah, she got ahead on that one. Ahead of the batter there.
Then we got to see the variety of the pitches that she throws. Haven't got to see a whole lot of that yet.
Kara Beathard, the sophomore DP, steps in, hits one foul.
More about war that one down the third baseline. That's why you stay in foul territory, kids. Keep that ball foul. ball, I think, stayed a little bit further up in the zone than Stansky would have liked, but she's got herself a chance to work herself out of a pretty good jam here early on.
Here's the 0-1 on the inside edge. Strike 2.
She's working that middle to inside movement right now. She's got a lot better control than she did earlier in the inning.
And we'll get a little further down the lineup too, which going after those batters. This one chopped foul down the right side.
Ball rolls all the way out to the fence.
Corner.
Some picturesque clouds here.
Yeah.
Looking northeast in Fort Dodge.
Cotton candy.
Yeah.
So the 0-2 here. Chance for Stransky to get out of the inning. And does. Cutter looking. 3 strikeouts, but not before they get 2 runs on 3 hits. And 1 error and 2 left on. After 1, 2-1 Wayne, and Highland coming up to bat in the second after this at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Different people have different needs, so Delta Dental of Iowa has affordable dental and vision coverage that meets you where you are. Small business on a budget? We have options with no employer costs. Traditional Medicare plans don't cover dental, but we do. And if you can't get benefits at work, you can buy direct from us. Plus, we give back to local communities, so you help make an impact. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, for your community.
You see the clouds here at Fort Dodge at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Dar Danielson, Andy Pollock, and Wayne gets 2 in the bottom of the first. Highland had 2 runners on with 2 outs, unable to bring them around, but they'll come up with the 6, 7, and 8 batters here. Addison Protzman, the junior first baseman, will lead it off. Izzy Moore back in the circle for Wayne, the number 1 seed.
I would imagine we will see Moore go the distance here today.
One's outside. She has pitched the bulk of the innings, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's pitched 134 innings. Bristol Peck, who you saw earlier get that hit, has pitched 21 innings on the season, so spot duty. In the state tournament, you're not taking any chances.
No.
You're riding your ace as long as you can go.
And even if you get a lead, you're like, we're going to stick with it. This one, diving stop by the second baseman, comes up, but then can't complete the play at first.
Ella Whitney with a web gem, and I thought even she might have surprised Trimble over there at first base with that she actually caught it because Trimble couldn't hang on to it. I think the arrow will go down on Trimble because Whitney made the throw. What a great play by Ella Whitney at second base.
Brings up Maya Singbile, the freshman third baseman here. So swing and a miss, big cut there.
So getting a leadoff batter on, see what they want to try to do here. If they try to manufacture one, just down 2-0. Got to scratch out some runs when you can. There it is.
Seemed way late on that.
Singbile, I mean, we're getting down in the order right now. Still bats over 300 on the season, but way behind now. That takes a bunt out of the equation.
Oh, that one was close.
Great recognition. I mean, Daryl Meyer behind home plate is a veteran official, and he sees his Allie Joe Fortune widens out that strike zone. Not going to give her any extra out there.
Swing and a miss for strike out number 1.
In the Women's College World Series this year, you heard some coaches complain about how tight that strike zone was being called, and they went back and looked, and I mean, they were dead on. The umpires calling behind home plate. They said, it's a College World Series. It's got to be a strike if we're going to call it a strike. And I'd say that's carried over to what we usually see here at the state tournament.
That one high to Caitlin Thoman, a sophomore right fielder.
You know, throughout the course of the year, you may see a little extra wiggle room on a 3-0 or a 3-1 to get called a strike, but you know, a strike is a strike. You got 17 inches to throw it over, and knees to belt.
Bunt down third baseline, they'll throw, and they get the sacrifice this time. Problem is, you got 2 outs now.
Schnoblin coming up to hit, and your number 9 batter, which means still a runner on second if Schnoblin can find a way to put one out there. She bats .283.
Schnoblin steps in. Slides up like she's looking to slap it somewhere. That one.
Thought we might get an appeal down to the third base umpire on that one, but everyone content with the ball called.
2-0.
Be a big opportunity right now for Schnoblin, the freshman, to make her presence known out here.
Bring in a run, cut the lead. And takes a big cut, misses. 2-2.
We've seen a lot of teams really rotate their outfield and infield around with a lefty, a slapper like Schnoblin is, but right now, Wayne playing everything straight up, not even really in at the corners right now, just normal depth.
And got her swinging. So the no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on at the end of 1.5. Wayne will come up leading 2-0 here at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back to the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. And we'll let you know you're watching the tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau as a sole title sponsor, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Iowa Farm Bureau believes in the Iowa girl, cultivating character, work ethic, and leadership on and off the field. By investing in Iowa's youth, we're investing in Iowa's future. So let's see, 8-9, and then the top here for Wayne. Carson Anderson, the sophomore center fielder, steps up to face Jillian Stransky, Sweeting behind the plate.
Stransky found a way to strike out the side in that first inning after giving up a couple early base runners. Gave up a couple runs, but all in all, you got to feel pretty good about the way she battled back after being behind in a couple counts.
Yeah, and the leadoff walk kind of hurt her too. That was a run that scored. But leads off here with a strike. And pulls the string out on that one, and it's 0-2.
I just think that's a pitch she could go to earlier on in some counts right now. She's got great control of that little drop change. It's the pitch that it really adjusts the vertical plane right now for the hitters of Wayne.
Rocks and fires, just misses.
Just, not by much at all.
No, 1 and 2.
Must have been just a little bit low. I love the location of that after the couple of the pitches she's thrown. Good combination right now from Stransky.
That one way high, 2-2.
Sorry, I got a couple pitches to try to induce a swing right now. And Anderson shows a good control there at the plate. Now time to throw your best pitch.
And got it right on the black edge for strikeout, looking.
3 strikeouts in a row for Stransky, and she's doing a much better job of working the edges of the plate. Really messing with the vision of these Wayne hitters.
Brings up Hallie Ingram, senior right fielder. He'll step in. Takes a cut and misses.
Well, if the system holds true right now, probably looking at some sort of an off-speed pitch coming, and if you're in that Wayne dugout, you're paying attention to that. Well, with a fastball.
Yeah, stays outside on her too.
And she's messing right around those edges of the plate, though. I love these locations in this second inning. Nothing great to hit so far. You don't want to give him anything good to hit the way this wind is blowing out today.
That one high, 2-1.
Stransky, we mentioned early on, an 8th grader, and she's got very good control over emotions so far out there. Sometimes you see with the young ones when they're out there and things don't go right early on, they can look frustrated, but she's continued to master her craft, and again, didn't miss by much on that pitch
that one
either.
came right inside. And yeah, and I mean, earlier and yesterday the winds were blowing across. Now we can just feel them blowing right from the south, right in behind us here.
Got this nice netting to catch our papers if they go flying away.
That one, oh, a snag! Lily Barre with the reach.
Haven't had any opportunities for the fielders to make plays yet for the Huskies because it's all been Stransky making strikeouts, but showing that, yeah, look at this play.
Look here.
Oh, missed it. The elevation from Barre.
There it is.
She was playing tight, too. She was right on the base path.
Yeah.
Had to adjust quickly.
And pitch comes into Whitney.
It's a great situation for Highland. You're back to the top of the order now with 2 outs, so it really takes them out of their aggressive base running that they can do if Whitney would get on.
This one lifted high, center, and Cameron Fink pulls it in. And Wayne goes down in order in the bottom of the second here. We'll go to the top of the third coming up. You're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, an Iowa farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. As proud title sponsor of the state softball tournament, the Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to creating a vibrant future for Iowa through partnerships and programs that help cultivate individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. Making it to the state tournament is a great accomplishment that takes a lot of support. That's why we provide millions of dollars in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence. The well-being of Iowa students is also very important to Farm Bureau. That's why we provide concussion insurance coverage at no cost for all students in grades 9 through 12 who participate in a sanctioned sport. As just one of only 7 states to provide this coverage, it's just another way we're striving to support Iowa's outstanding young leaders. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau, congratulations to all the players and coaches on an outstanding season, and good luck in the tournament.
Top of 3, top of the order for Highland. Bunt laid down by Cameron Fink, the center fielder. And Highland got to have a little bit of momentum off the big defensive play.
And this early part of the order really hit the ball well on Moore the first time through. And I think the more pitches they can see of hers, the better opportunities they'll have.
Oh, yeah, they came out to a couple first pitch swings of the first two batters. That one's outside. And then they got two singles with two outs and unable to do anything in the first.
A couple nice defensive plays made by the Lady Falcons.
The 1-1 from Izzy Moore. Squares the bunt, and it's going to go foul.
Love the idea. She tried to push it down the first baseline, and Fink showing her speed because she was going to be safe if that ball would have stayed fair at all. But bunt taken out of the, well, I shouldn't say that. We've seen a few times that.
There are times when some coaches will call for it if you can put it down.
Nah, maybe not behind in the count 1-2. I think if you get to a 2-2 count, you get a chance to do that again, but I don't think you want to risk it on a throwaway pitch here on a 1-2 count.
This one lifted toward right, coming in, gonna drop in between, gets by the second baseman and right fielder, and she'll go all the way to second on that.
A little miscommunication between Ingram and Whitney as that ball flared out, and again, one of those balls that in the cage you're not thinking much of, but you get it out here and you find an opening just over top of second base, and you see a lot of extra base hits out to that right side.
That's a Channel extra base hit brought to you by Channel Seeds, and one or two, how much the wind played with it a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely pushing it back in.
Yeah. Brings up Lily Beret, the second baseman who made that great play on defense. She flied out to third. Now bunts it over. Second baseman comes over. No, not in time. Now she's running to second. Nobody's paying attention.
Well, you've got some great opportunities here with runners on second and third, and there's going to be a little bit of a discussion right now because they got to get things squared away.
The tying run now at second with no outs, and your number 3 batter coming up.
Well, and this is a veteran group coming out to talk right now for Wayne. They haven't been in this situation much this year, but you get out there and you got Izzy Moore and Allie Jo Fortune together. Your pitcher-catcher combo. They've been working as pitcher and catcher since they picked up a softball glove back at 8U. They played coach pitch together, so this is a crew that they kind of are a step ahead. You got a couple sisters out there with the Whitneys. It's just a veteran crew that, again, they're not in this situation a whole lot, but get through the inning and come back out. But man, you got to feel good if you're a Highland Husky fan right now about where things are. And you got Sienna Bell, who's already had a hit today, stepping back up with runners on second and third.
And that bunt was perfectly placed right in there where the second baseman had to come in. So that brings up Sienna Bell, 8th grader. She singled her first time up. Squares, and
that ball was fouled off there. So a little delayed call, but it was the correct call. But man, there's a chance to do some damage right now for the Highland Huskies.
0-1 pitch. Catcher sets up way outside, and it's a strike. Catches the front corner.
Not sure if Moore missed her spot or if that was intentional, that you set up way outside and kind of keep the hitter off balance. You make it very visible where you set your target, then pitch it back inside.
So 0-2 here. Highland trying to take advantage of 2 runners on, no outs, and a swing and a miss by Bell.
So just worked her away. Had no problem with runners on second and third. Try and deuce a hit to that, or a contact to that left side of the infield, and just kept everything far enough away that eventually got the strikeout.
4th strikeout of the game so far for Izzy Moore. Brings up Adley Sweeting, the 8th grader catcher. She singled to left last time up. Takes it high. And checks back down to coach.
Sweeting's known as the Tasmanian Devil amongst her teammates, so see her on the base paths trying to create some havoc, and she gets that through.
That ball was deflected, and the run is in. And over to second. Sweeting.
The Tasmanian Devil gets around on it.
Yeah. And
she about took the arm off of Ella Schlaba. She came out to sub for her on the high five. Schlaba had to reach down and hold her shoulder.
Brings up Kinsey Roosh, the shortstop. And we had a courtesy runner first for an IMT insurance substitution. That one fouled off.
I like the pitch coming out there from Moore as you come right back with a little drop change. The only thing you're going to get out of that is a foul ball as long as you find your spot, knowing a bunt's coming.
Yeah, that's the thing, too, with an experienced pitcher. You know the bunt's coming, so you give her something that makes it really hard to execute it. That one, they're going to throw back. No, they're going to let the runner go. Down to second. And it's 1-1 to Kinsey Roosh.
6 hits so far for the Huskies.
Puts the bat way down on that one and fouls it off.
Teed that one up. It's like she was playing some croquet to get a hold of that one.
Yeah. 1-2. Tying run over at third. The go-ahead run at second. 1 out here in the top of the third. Here's Moore. Swing and a miss. Puts her down.
Not sure you call it a true change. Moore just took a little bit off the fastball, and it just kept Roosh off balance.
Madison Protzman, who singled her last time up.
Well, now you got to be feeling pretty good as a Lady Falcon because you have a chance to get out of that. Well, never mind.
This one is in the gap. Back to the fence. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. And the second. Stand-up double. Protzman with the Chandler seed.
The Huskies have come out very aggressive on the first ball fastball, and you see it right there once again, right into the power alley, scores a couple runs, and they've been all over that first pitch coming from Izzy Moore.
The Channel Seeds extra base hit. Learn more at channel.com/rise.
7 hits in 3 innings.
Wow. Singbile, you call that a strike or a ball? Well, you don't know either because it's not on the board. This one popped up, and Moore will catch it and end the inning, but not before they get 3 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, and 1 left on. At the end of 2.5, 3-2 Highland with Wayne coming up to bat in the bottom of the third here at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
At the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Are they taking a hydration break? Or
doesn't look like it. I don't know if our dew point's fallen down enough. They got that wet bulb out. That's fallen down enough right now with this breeze that they don't have to take it anymore.
88 degrees looks like. That's down from what it was.
It's definitely pleasant in the shade.
Yeah, and with the wind blowing, so maybe they don't need to. So due up the 2-3-4 batters for the Wayne Lady Falcons. Ava Whitney, the senior, struck out her first time up. Allie Jo Fortune, the catcher, and Izzy Moore, the pitcher. A potent lineup there as they find themselves trailing for the first time today. This 1A quarterfinal. This one ripped hard by the third baseman. And all the way by. And she's going to go around to second.
A hit with an error is how that's going to be ruled.
Yeah.
But now again, you get that leadoff runner on, which they were able to do in the first inning when they scored a couple runs.
Brings up Allie Jo Fortune, who singled and scored. So Whitney now 1 for 2 on the day. Ava Whitney. Here's Stransky. Well, pitch looked good. Must have been just outside.
You've seen the confidence, I think, of Stransky get boosted quite a bit.
Yeah.
Not only her strikeouts, but the plays that have been made behind her in the field.
Yeah, some good plays, and that makes you less timid about coming after the batters. That one a little outside.
As a guy that's very appreciative of speed on the base paths, I love how hard these Lady Falcons come off the bases. You think they're stealing every single time when they come off.
This one ripped over the head of the second baseman. That's to the wall. Rounding is Whitney, and she'll come in with no throw.
Well, again, getting ready to jump all over that first pitch, fastball. Goes opposite field, very, very similar to the hit earlier on that scored a couple from Protzman for the Huskies. Put it right out there to that right center field wall. And with the leadoff runner on, some damage being done already.
Memphis Stark back in to run for the catcher for an IMT insurance substitution. And Izzy Moore, the pitcher, singled last time up. Got stranded over at third.
Moore might be ready to get on top of a first pitch fastball and get this ball up in the air right now and let it carry.
It's outside, yeah. She set their record for home runs, right, at 49.
Again, had 18 a year ago. Falling off that pace a little bit this year, but yeah, every class, no one had more than 18 a year ago.
Well, probably they pitch around her a little more after that one. This one up and doesn't get over the screen, so it pops back down. 1-1 the count.
Hasn't really pitched around her yet, come right at her.
This one foul. This one's gonna be on the screen and down inside.
Not sure you want to leave a pitch there for Izzy Moore in that spot again.
1-2. Yeah, I think the next couple you might be not in the zone at all. Stransky ready to go. That one dropping a little bit. Second baseman DeRay makes the play. And there's one away. Brings up Bristol Peck, shortstop. She singled and stranded at second the last time up. Peck hitting first pitch. Third baseman goes back and it's off the glove. They still got a chance at second. They go to second and get the force.
That's just a really tough situation for her to be caught in right there, because you got to wait for the ball to hit the ground and you don't want to risk a double play if it's caught.
And I don't know if the wind again, because Maya Slingbile looked like she was right underneath that, but either way, they get the lead runner. Brings up Lainey Harvey, who struck out her last time up. And runner going, throw down on the other side of the bag. If that's on the right side, they might have had a chance, but Bristol Peck gets a stolen base.
Bristol Peck, she's stolen enough bases this year to be a threat, but not nearly not nearly like Whitney that we've seen. It's 14 stolen bases this year from Peck, but again, now another runner in scoring position.
Harvey, 0-1 now. Comes right at her, and she fouls it right back at us. Have you done a game on the field over there?
On the Iowa Central field?
Yeah.
No, I have not. Not today. I head over there next.
Because there's some holes in the netting over there that I'm wondering about.
Sorry, I got a hard head. I'll be fine.
Well, yeah,
it's
you
my
do,
equipment.
but-
I'm more worried about my
But
equipment.
not me. There's a lot of important stuff up here.
You've got the radio face, so you're fine.
That one hit toward right center. It's going to drop. Runner will come around, and Wayne will take the lead back.
That right center field area has been a great spot to hit the ball to so far in this game. Just, you're a little more patient on your swings, have a little extra chance to let it travel, and just a great spot to put that ball. A huge opening over there for both teams.
So two are in here in the third with a runner now at first and 2 outs. And you hate to see that too defensively. Scoring with 2 outs. Brings up Kara Bethard, sophomore DP. She's struck out the last time up. And this one lifted high. Second baseman or center fielder on the horse. Cameron Fink comes over because it looked like the second baseman was not going to get out deep enough. But it ends up 3 runs on 2 hits and 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 left on. So we'll take a break. They're going to have a hydration break here. We'll pause, take a break. We'll be back in just a bit here at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. And that old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Good morning, oranges. Top of the muffin to ya. Potato salad. We still on for lunch? Great. Sliced bread. You're the best thing I've seen since, well, you know. Oh, hello. Don't think I forgot about you. Friendly at Fairway. It's more than just a name.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, President of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Erin Gerlich, Executive Director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We'd like to thank you for joining us for the Girls State Softball Tournament.
The Iowa Farm Bureau knows that strong, vibrant schools are the cornerstone of our communities. That's why we're proud to be the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and this amazing state tournament. This tournament not only showcases Iowa's elite teams, but the athletes competing here today are among our nation's best and brightest. And Iowa's farmers are among the nation's most productive. Our partnership with the Girls Union gives us the opportunity to recognize both, all while supporting and lifting up the Iowa girl.
With the help of the Iowa Farm Bureau, we celebrate students' efforts not only on the field, but in the classroom as well. The Iowa Farm Bureau is committed to your success and supports our organization and the Iowa Girl. Through millions of dollars they provide in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence.
As Iowans, we have a lot to be proud of. Whether you're a student competing here today or a fan tuning in, we all play an important role in making our state great. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau
and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations to your school on a terrific season, and good luck in the tournament games.
Here on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. We'll go to the top of the fourth inning here, and Highland comes up trailing once again after Wayne put up 2 runs. And Caitlin Thoman, the right fielder, lead it off. She had a sac bunt her first time up. Takes a strike.
Had that extended 3-minute hydration break that these girls have played in the heat a lot this summer. It's one of those things still you have to look out for their safety first, and had one guy tell me it's just as much for the umpires as it is for the girls out there playing. But
it could be the fans too, to kind of remind them, when you're sitting there, to drink some water.
That's when I take a big gulp of my Diet Dew. That's now 88 degrees as well.
Yeah, I know. I got one out of the cooler of water to come over, and it's now lukewarm. But
that center field camera today, you can see just how windy it is out here. That wind is blowing right at it and whipping it around pretty good. Give you that good view of no one's been able to get a hold of one super strong yet.
I talked to that camera guy and I said, hey, crank it down a little bit, will you? His name is Robo.
Had too much coffee for Robo today on an empty stomach.
Here's the 3-1, and right over to the first baseman. She'll put the left foot on the bag for an unassisted put out for out number 1.
It doesn't get much easier than that for Trimble.
Casey Schneblin, the DP. She swings and misses, trying to slap it. Holds off on that one, 1-1.
Talking with Coach Weiland before the game about Schneblin. She loves the spark that she brings to the team just from a great teammate point of view. Loves to tell some great stories out there, and she's had a bunch of walk-off hits this year from her number 9 spot, which really looks at her as another leadoff batter to turn things back over to the top of the order. She said she bats just under 300, which for a number 9 batter, that's really good.
Now 1 and 2, she's got to protect here. Fouls that one off and does.
Chance for her here at State to have another good story to tell.
Gets the sign, steps in. She made some kind of mark just outside the box. And that's down the line, foul.
Staying alive.
I think the infield is just a little different because of all the rain. You can see the darker spots where I don't think it's dried completely out,
It's been a wet summer.
I've seen some weird hops that you don't normally see. I mean, the grounds crew is great here, but
and it's a different surface.
Yeah. That
perfect
one is,
spot.
Oh, right there on the run. She's not going to get there. The shortstop came up firing, but she had to charge. She did, but just an infield single.
And a good look there down at the first baseline at assistant coach Samantha Cox. Samantha, good to have her out here today. 8 months ago, diagnosed with a brain tumor. And the day of the regional final win for Highland, she was given a clean bill of health. So the whole community came together, and 8 months ago when she's able to be out here coaching today, she's the niece of Coach Weiland.
And bunt goes foul.
But really fun to hear how the whole team and community came together to support that family and their 1-year-old daughter Marley, husband Josh.
So Fink flying out to second, hit a double. Tried to bunt this time to get the runner over, and coach tying a shoe over there. You do everything
Keeping her
over
busy,
coaching, yeah. checking the signals, keeping the runner up, and then you tie their shoe when they're wearing those batting gloves. It's not as easy.
I'm waiting for some slide-on cleats to be invented. It's something I haven't done as a coach, ever help my players tie their shoes, but well, Mikey and I wear Nike sandals everywhere I go. So
well, I wish I was just famous enough that I could do those commercials for those step-in shoes now. You notice how they got all the old aging stars doing it? Here's a bunt laid right out in front. Stops perfectly. Throw down. Not in time.
Little small ball doing the trick right now for the Huskies.
Slapper single, a bunt single, and now runners at first and second. One out. Here comes Lily Beret.
And this is at the top of the order right now. And what this does also is you're saying getting these base runners on is it assures that the Huskies will have another chance to go through this top part of the order that's done the damage so far today. And these are some key at-bats against Izzy Moore.
Ray bunted on last time. This one she rips foul over the camera people over there.
And they're elevated. They have nothing protecting them over there on their little lift.
Although they're both sitting down right now, so that
can't move very fast.
Sometimes you used to see the TV people standing up over there, and that ball comes smoking over. I don't think they let them do that anymore.
I think they're all getting there. I saw a few up there earlier. They're up cutting their highlights right now to get ready for the 6 o'clock news tonight. Saw Shannon Earhart over there earlier. She's always around at all the high school events.
1-1.
They've split their time between baseball and softball going on at the same time this week now, too.
And there's a bouncer, gets away.
First one of those we've seen.
I'll call that a wild pitch.
Yeah, that bounced well in front of the plate.
And so now runners at second and third. And that means possibility of scoring if you get the ball in play here. 2-1 pitch. And that one right off the mask. And wow, Allie Jo Fortune's feeling that one right now. That came straight back and right off the top of that mask.
Our trainers are out here right away because head injuries have been such a huge point of emphasis in every sport. And she took that right off the face mask, off the foul tip.
Well, in the short time, a couple years I umpired, and those come back, they just rattle your cage. Literally, they're in it. Yeah, so they're looking her over there. And that's a hot job that you don't get sometimes as much credit as you should back there behind the plate. And they're going to bring out a cold compress.
How about that? The Highland assistant coach, Samantha Cox, is out there right away to get her some ice. Her pitcher, Izzy Moore, out there with some Pedialyte.
Let's do this while they're working on Allie Jo Fortune. Let's take a break. You're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Allie Jo Fortune up. Still trainer talking with her. They're running through all the checklists here. As that ball came back right off the bat, straight at the top of her mask. And
everybody laughing right now.
Yeah, they're kind of laughing.
There,
that's a good sign. They're kind of
good sign.
Well, they're going through all those questions. Where are you? Who's your favorite announcer? And she says Dar. And then they say, what day is it? And that kind of stuff that they always ask. And it's good to see everybody chuckling about it. That means she's feeling a little better.
And waving off the signs of whatever she's getting from the trainer right now.
Yeah. And as a trainer, you're absolutely sure that everything's fine before you say, okay.
Yeah, there's some liability there that, you have to make sure that if it's questionable at all, then she can't return to the game.
Giving her a little
fluid. Great Pedialyte.
Yeah. with your kids. I've been through that, trying to get them when they're sick and drinking that. But it's
great flavored salt water.
Yeah, also good when you're. And I think, yep, she's going to be ready to put the mask back on.
And she calls a lot of the pitches, so she makes those calls from behind home plate. Her and Moore have been on the same page a lot. Has been playing softball together for a long time.
She just said to Moore, "Hey, down the tube, not outside."
Yeah, don't make me work for these.
And again, another.
Everybody's made sure Allie Joe Fortune's okay. Pop a couple Tylenol, be good to go. I think they were more concerned just about the contact with her forehead, as now she's having a little conversation with Lily Beret.
Beret talking with her too,
Everybody wants to make sure she's okay. It's a lot of these girls, it doesn't matter what part of the state you're from, they see each other a lot on the club circuit playing all spring, most of the fall as well, so they get to know each other. Sometimes you get substitution opportunities on other teams. You get to meet some girls and be teammates with them every once in a while.
So here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and third. It's a swing and a miss.
After all that break, comes back to a changeup. I love it. Little mind trickery there.
Oh, I guess they didn't put the strike on from the foul ball, so that was 2 strikes. So, so she strikes her out. So that was a big one there. Now for Santa Bell, left fielder. She singled and struck out. And holds off on that one, looking to slap it somewhere. Get at least a tying run in. Izzy Moore holds off again, 2-0.
I love the idea of going hard inside on these left-handed slappers. A lot of times you'll see pitchers go away, but you really make them question going out there and trying to take a running start at that ball when you go hard inside.
That one right back to Moore, and she'll throw to first and end the threat that Highland mounted. No runs on 2 hits. No errors and 2 left on. So we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Still a 1-run lead for Wayne here at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Go to the bottom of the 4th here. It'll be the 8-9, then the top of the order for Wayne. Carson Anderson, the sophomore center fielder, struck out her first time up. Jillian Stransky still in the circle for Highland. Adley Sweeting catching. Addison Protzman first. Lily Beret at second. Kinsey Roos at short. Maya Singblau at third. Bell, Fink, and Thoman outfield left to right. This one low inside for ball.
Well, so far Highland upset-minded. They've stuck right around with everything, and Wayne has absorbed all the blows so far as well, and shaping up to be a pretty nice ball game here, Dar.
Matchup, yeah, 1-1, and mounted a little bit of a threat. Highland did in that last inning. And off speed.
I think she could use those pitches a little bit more. Showing really good control. Just an 8th grader.
1-2.
Not seen the last of Jillian Stransky.
This one, it's fair ball. Had to wait to see down the line over there, and it
found the only place it was going to be
Yeah.
a hit as Stransky went up and away, and that's exactly where Anderson took the pitch.
Dolman was on the horse coming in, but it dropped in there, and now brings up Hallie Ingram, right fielder. She flied out to second her last time up.
Well, this becomes a tough situation for the Huskies now because that was just the number 8 batter, and Anderson now you get a number 9 Ingram, and back to the top of the order, which, man, can really cause issues.
That goes foul.
This Highland team, young though, Beret, the only senior on the squad. They're playing right with the number 1 team in the state, Wayne. Good crowds on hand here today, both from Highland and from Wayne, Corridon.
Ball 1-1.
There's another example of what I'd call a state tournament strike zone right there. You know, a lot of times, especially early in the season, you're going to see umpires give you that call, but here it's got to be in that strike zone.
This one fisted over, and they go third baseman Maya Slingenbeil catches it. One away.
Slingenbeil with the catch for out number 1.
All right, big part of the order right now.
Top
for,
of the order
for both teams.
Second baseman Ella.
Whitney walked and scored the opening run, then flied out to center her last time up. 0 for 1. Takes a strike down the tube on the first one.
Again, a little bit of something taken off that by Stransky. That's just enough to keep the Lady Falcon hitters off balance. Not sure I've ever called a game on this field this late in the day before, Dar. I've usually been part of the morning crew. Get some sunshine coming in on us eventually, huh?
Yeah. Well,
really heat up those waters in front of us.
As long as the breeze keeps coming, that's fine.
Oh, it's gorgeous for us right now.
This one up, right up the middle. Center fielder comes in, throws the second, not in time. Nice try by Cameron Fink, but yeah, they got a base hit.
Great patience by Whitney. Sat on the changeup. One of the first times we've seen a good solid contact off that off-speed pitch today, but Ella Whitney sits on it and returns it to center right back up the middle.
That brings up Ava Whitney, struck out, single scored in the third. 1 for 2 today.
She had a laser shot to left field in the last at bat. Really got around on one.
Sweeting comes up, runs it back out to get that runner back.
This may be the answer to keeping Ella Whitney from stealing bases, and that's to have a base runner in front of her right now with Anderson out there at second.
Yeah, because that's...
Just look at that lead she takes over at first base.
This one popped up. Oh! Almost had it just a little beyond it.
That's the wind. That's 100% the wind. That's up there, and it looks like that ball is coming back over us, and it blows it back in and back over the head of Sweeting.
Yeah, she had to throw on the brakes, and then it blew back.
And your footing on this crushed brick is a little different. It's not as firm as it can be on some other surfaces that they play on throughout the year. And I was at one of the consolation games earlier, and that's on turf now.
This one ripped to the right side, off the wall. One run is in. They're going to hold the runner at third.
I really thought they might try to send Whitney around third base because she rounded it hard before Coach Fortune put on the brakes.
RBI double for a Channel Seeds extra base hit. Brought to you by Channel Seeds. Find out more at channel.com/rise. Brings up Allie Jo Fortune, the catcher.
She's having herself a day.
2 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI. took a hard shot off the bat in that last inning, and in some ways kind of slowed things down and settled, and then Wayne got out of that inning. Because at the time
came back, just kind of threw off the tempo a little bit because Highland they were cooking there for a little bit.
Yeah, 2 runners on and out. This and a bunt out front, and they got 2 runners over there. They're going to let him go back though, because
nothing you can do about it.
I don't think Sweeting was happy about the way it worked out. So fielder's choice she reaches on.
But now you bring up Izzy Moore. No bases to send her to, can't pitch around her, and she's got a chance to really open this game up now with one swing of the bat. The career home run leader for Wayne.
Yeah. Memphis Stark back in, the courtesy run once again for an IMT insurance substitution. And Moore steps in. Bases loaded, 1 down here. Chance to blow it wide open.
Just saw Coach Weiland step up and tell the outfielders to back up, so they're about as deep as you can be, trying to keep everything in front of them right now.
Yeah, they are way back there. Wind blowing out. This one is high, but it's not going to be very deep, but it will be deep enough to score the runner. That one comes in, and Sweeting did a great job to keep that from getting back to the backstop on the bounce. So a sac fly scores a run.
And really a nice job by Fink. That throw into the wind, she put it right on the money. That ball carried a lot deeper than I expected to. I didn't think she got it far enough at all to get sacrifice fly territory. Then I looked down to third and saw Ella Whitney, so you knew it didn't have to get too deep into the outfield.
And then it took a big hop coming in. Sweeting went up and caught it, because if it hops over her head, gets to the backstop, you might get another run in there.
Really strong throw, though, into that stiff breeze.
Brings up Bristol Peck. Rips that one down the line. Foul.
Had our third base umpire, Brant Lacey, doing a little matrix move to get out of the way.
Single and reached on a fielder's choice, did Peck. 1 for 2 today, scored a run. Has a stolen base. So 2 out. 1 strike to Peck. And swings at that one way outside.
Didn't have the normal motion on it of a changeup. No, it definitely took a lot off that pitch. Really keeping Peck off balance. Looking for probably an inside fastball here. Outside, actually. There we go. Going to go away with it.
0-2. Pops it back.
She was starting to get better control of those pitching in on the hands, and just saw Sweeting say, we want it down. We want the pitch down. It is. Fastball inside. That's where they want it to go.
Comes right at her, strikes her out. To end the inning, not before they get 2 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. And 2 left on. 6-3 as Highland will come to bat the top of the 5th here at the Girls State Softball Tournament Class 1A quarterfinal, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
This is you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care. Because the way you, and you feel matters. Unity Point Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the Bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
See the Clouds once again here on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by MidAmerican Energy. In the outfield to the north of us here, this 1A quarterfinal. 6-3, and Wayne will come to the plate with the 6, 7, and 8 batters.
Don't think we've got any threat from any of the Clouds here today. Got some stuff straight north of us right now, but I don't think that's up in Kossuth County. We shouldn't have to worry about that.
Excuse me, it'll be Highland with the 4, 5, 6 batters. Yeah, there was some, as you said, Central Iowa had a little bit of storm.
Wasn't much, but
Blake Walker said he was in Grimes and it was raining pretty hard before he came up today. So
I think Clouds follow Blake wherever he goes.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That better be nice. I got to call a game with him later tonight.
Well, this is a good view with the Clouds, but you really can't beat the night when those pine trees are lit up back there in the evening games. It's
red sky.
It's a great setting for softball.
Oh, a nice view of it over from the Iowa Central field.
Yep. So it'll be Adley Sweeting, the catcher, who's been very busy. A single and an RBI, and a run scored. So 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored, and she'll lead it off here. So the 4, 5, 6 in the order to face Izzy Moore. Hallie Jo Fortune behind the plate. We'll set the rest of the defense in a second. This one a chopper over to Ava Whitney. She's at third. Bristol Peck at short. Ella Whitney at second. J.C. Trimble at first. Lena Harvey, Carson Anderson, and Hallie Ingram, the outfield left to right here.
Extended look there after that one from first base umpire Bruce Kelzer, because that was, you had to look at it for quite a while. That ball might have been bobbled just a little bit. As Trimble couldn't quite hang on to the high throw, but I think he determined that she caught it in time.
I think we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Ella Schlaubaugh, the freshman, will bat for Roosh. Here, with one out.
Schlaubaugh bats 406.
So you go from the 8th grader, you want to get a little experience, so you go to the freshman.
She's got another 25 games under her belt.
Yeah. This one ripped foul just in the end of the pole there of the screen.
Saved someone over at the concession stand from taking one in the face. Oh, it's great to be back in Fort Dodge. I love the setup up here at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex.
Pulls the string on that one, strike 2.
You can hang out all day long and never have a break. Just watch softball all day. Run into a bunch of college coaches here.
Well, you got to take a break and get a sandwich.
I'm going to have to do that between games if we have time.
So he held on it and said no. She didn't hold on it, and it's a strikeout.
More of a defensive type swing that went past the plate. Got it rung up.
Be strikeout number 7 for Izzy Moore. 2 down. Protzman, a single and a double and an RBI.
Seen Moore start to use a little bit more of that off speed early on too, as Highland came out really coming after that first ball fastball.
And also, you get that pinch hitter and throw her a little of that. She hasn't.
Yeah, I haven't seen those
I mean,
pitches
you
yet.
see him sitting on the bench, but you haven't seen him in the batter's box. And 1-1 now. Right to the shortstop for out number 3. And Highland goes down in order here in the top of the 5th. And Wayne will come up the 6, 7, and 8 batters here as when we go to the bottom of the 5th after this at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
We know that carrying your groceries out to your car seems a bit old school. That saying hello and asking about your day feels like a thing of the past. Being best at fresh, it's not just a fad. Serving high-quality meat at affordable prices? Talk about a throwback. But at Fairway, that's kind of our thing. Because some things never go out of style. Friendly at Fairway. It's more than just a name.
Here at the Girls State Softball Tournament, where the sole title sponsor is the Iowa Farm Bureau. As the sole title sponsor, Farm Bureau believes in the Iowa girl, cultivating character, work ethic, and leadership on and off the field. By investing in Iowa's youth, we're investing in Iowa's future. And they're doing the 5th inning stretch here where they're singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Sometimes heard some guests up there with him. Don't hear
Yeah.
any guests. Thought you might get up there for a celebrity appearance this afternoon. They not want to cover your fee yet, or what?
Tim Fitzsimmons singing. Well, he asked me, but I said I only sing for a fee. So
Well, plus you need to get back down here. We can't risk have you walking up through that crowd and everybody hounding you for autographs.
Right, Lady Harvey, the senior left fielder, takes a ball. Yeah, that's it. She struck out, singled with an RBI. So 1 for 2 with an RBI. This one to the shortstop. Comes up, fires. Roosh to Protzman.
Yeah, Roosh learned from her earlier where she kind of sat back on one. That time came in and the 8th grader makes the play. Now look, I assume, obviously as an 8th grader, she hasn't played any other varsity sports yet, but I assume with that frame that Roosh knows her way around the court as well.
Yeah. That brings up Kara Bethard, sophomore DP. She struck out, flied out to center.
Number 17, J.C. Trimble, first baseman.
Oh, they had a substitution there. You got the DP, so
DP
Trimble is going to
okay,
hit.
so Trimble in. She was in the flex spot.
Yep.
So she comes in, Trimble. Strike 1. Remember to check the numbers. Now, if they had the orange and yellow, that'd be the Astros uniforms of the late, what was that, 70s, 80s?
I think you've seen some throwbacks to that here, too.
Yeah, they've bringing some of those back. 1-1. This one hit toward the gap. Left center. Center fielder runs it down, almost falls, but it's a base knock for Trimble, freshman.
In Trimble, obviously a great hit, but Fink has been outstanding out there in center field today. She's been really good, covers a ton of ground. Been all over the place.
And we're going to have let's see.
Is it Jolene Murphy? I think that's who's over there.
Is that 16?
It is, yep, Jolene Murphy.
Jolene Murphy.
A couple
Coming
stolen
in
bases on the year for her.
IMT insurance substitution.
The wind is chilly.
Because Trimble's been
So that's going to be a courtesy runner, or a pinch runner, excuse me.
Pinch runner, yeah.
Everything's got to get communicated over now because you're talking about 3 different players, yet Flex came in and batted for the DP, who now has a pinch runner for her. And I'm sure it all ends with they will re-enter.
Yeah. And Carson Anderson, the center fielder, struck out, singled and scored. 1 for 2 with a run scored today. First pitch ball.
Stransky finding out up here at the state tournament that she's going to probably have a lot of success here down the road. The 8th grader is, you look at the line score right now of 10 hits, but she's done a nice job scattering them out. Got several strikeouts today. Not overpowering speed, but she makes up for it by changing up her speeds right now. Different planes where the ball comes in on. Starting to work a little more vertically as of late. You know, kind of a groove calling your pitches as a coach, and they're going to have a good one for a couple of years here with Stransky, just an 8th grader.
There's a strike.
And again, we mentioned this is a very young team. The only senior on the roster, Lily Beret, the second baseman. A lot of 8th graders. Been waiting their turn to play. You know, I know in the community they've kind of looked at this class for a long time as a group that could be really good. And as they've said, the time is now. This is their chance.
2 straight strikes, evens the count at 2-2. JC Trimble over at first. Or no, that we had our pinch runner.
Yes.
Trimble subbed in, and then we had a pinch runner. And reaches on that one just to kind of hang in there. Fouls it off.
I love that pitch. That was dirty. Looked like it was coming in almost right down the middle and then dropped off the table away. Kind of a slider look to it.
2-2, 1 out, runner at first.
Good job by Bethards to fight it off. Or Anderson, excuse me.
Does another one. I'd like to see the step count on Sweeting today. She said with those runners out there, she's had to come out a lot and move around a lot. Chase the pop-ups back. And runs count full.
Again, not missing by much. He's been right around the plate all afternoon. I don't know how much of a threat Anderson is to steal, but I might think about sending her right now on the full count pitch.
Swing and a miss. Struck her out. Out number 2.
Now, big out here coming up for the Huskies.
Strikeout number 5 for Stransky. Hallie Ingram, the right fielder, she's flied out the second baseman, flied out to the third baseman. Swing and miss, runner going. And throw was there just a little behind.
Late awkward slide that looked painful. I thought you might be seeing that on the pitch before, but waited till the next batter. Ingram with a chance to toss in a little insurance run here.
Number 9 hitter. Stransky's gotten her out twice. She'd like to finish the inning here. This one hit towards center and an easy into the glove of Fink. So no runs, 1 single, no errors, and 1 left on. At the end of 5 complete, 6-3. We'll come to the top of the 6th with Highland and the 7, 8, 9 coming up. at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
This is you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care. Because the way you, and you feel matters. Unity Point Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
You're watching the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy. 6-3 Highland trailing here as we head into the top of the sixth. They need to get something going. The bottom of that lineup, 7, 8, 9 will lead off here to try to reel it back in.
I was going to make a comment about Highland calling upon the Force, but I don't want to make any Star Trek, Star Wars
Don't do
fans
that
upset.
crossover.
I know, we'll get all sorts of questions.
Send your cards and letters, texts, and hateful emails to Andy Pollack.
Yeah. It was a joke. I swear it was a joke. I know the difference. I threatened Dar with some Wookiee noises beforehand, too. And obviously, we're referring to Riverside, Iowa, the future birthplace of Captain James T. Kirk.
We determined
2233, I think, is what the differing
2228.
Well, that's what it says in the program here,
but
yeah, everything else is 2233. That James T. Kirk will be born. I'm not sure how long ago they came up with that lore there, but they've got their Trek days that they have in Riverside.
He came to UNI when I was working for the student newspaper, and Scotty, he was funny. He did a little thing. And he talked about how he developed that and his accent and made more power, Captain.
I'm Scottish, so he's always been one of my favorite characters.
Maya Slingbile leads it off. She takes a strike.
It's one of the few watched strikes we've had today. Not a whole lot that haven't been swung at.
The freshman struck out, popped back to the pitcher, and fouls that one, 0-2.
Also seen a lot of pitchers, several years ago, as everybody's going with those screwballs in on the hands, and now you see a lot more rise ball control out of the pitchers, and they like to go away. A lot more here, you go back inside, but
this one
missed
foul.
It fat. Missed it out over the plate. But that's just interesting how the evolution of pitching has changed over the last 7-8 years. So many. It used to be very unique to see a rise ball pitcher, and now you see so many girls who have mastered that craft.
The 0-2 outside.
Yeah, as Moore throws a drop ball. Opposite direction, but that's always been a great pitch in softball.
Yeah, swing and a miss.
Comes with the off speed.
Strikeout number 8, I believe.
Closing in on her average of 10 per game. I love coming back with that off speed after a pretty fat foul ball. Change up the timing a little bit.
Caitlin Thoman, the right fielder, had a sac bunt, grounded out to first, and that one fouled off. Three runs on 9 hits, 2 errors for Highland. 6 runs on 10 hits, no errors for Wayne. There's a swing and a miss.
There's that upward motion again. Thought the wind would die down a little bit more throughout the course of the game today, but it is
it's not, no.
Kept us holding our papers down quite a bit. You got that fancy clipboard. I come out here with phones and pens and water bottles to keep mine down.
Swing and a miss, another strikeout.
You're seeing a lot of different pitches being thrown by Izzy Moore right now. She's excited out there.
9.
She's found a nice rhythm. It's been a couple innings since there's been any hits against her.
Brings up Case Snevelin, excuse me. She got a slap single at infield last time up. Struck out, 1 for 2. And strike 1. Yeah, Moore kind of sensing it a little bit as we're into the 6th, and this one slapped by the coach.
Coach Weiland showing some agility.
Move. Yeah, a little move. Didn't have to move a lot there, but just
she's really stayed upbeat.
Did that surfboard kind of move over.
She's really stayed upbeat with her young team today, and they've played very well. This is a team that is got a very bright future in front of it. They're not out of this by any stretch right now.
Chopper to the third baseman, and good run down the line, but they will go down in order.
Oof. Caught the base a little wonky there from Schneblin. She limps off the field.
3 up, 3 down, 6-3. Wayne coming up to bat in the bottom of the 6th here at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
It's not even good. In fact, you wouldn't even know that's what it is.
And back here at Fort Dodge on the Girls Union Digital Network, bottom of the 6th inning here. Highland really needs to keep things from adding any more to the scoreboard to have a chance when they come up in the top of the 7th here. And
they've played outstanding softball
very well.
Today. They came here ready to hit. They made the plays out in the field when they needed to, but just this Wayne team is really, really good.
And we're back to the top of the order again. Ella Whitney walked and scored. Flying out to center, singled and scored. So 1 for 2, 2 runs scored, and takes a strike on the first pitch.
8 different players have accounted for the 10 hits that Wayne has today. So that balance is a huge part of what they hope to be as a state tournament run.
Sweeting tried to pull that back in a little bit, but called the ball.
Like the energy that Sweeting's operated with behind home plate as well. And you mentioned that she's got that, if she had an Apple Watch on, she'd be pulling in a lot of steps today.
This one hit toward the gap, and it's off the glove of the right fielder. She looks up. I think she thought she had it, but Bowman.
Yeah, I don't know if she thought she caught it or if she thought that Fink was right there to catch it, and the ball kind of went the opposite direction that Fink was coming, and that's a huge, huge, huge leadoff error to get a runner on second base.
Well.
And definitely a threat to steal. Whitney, you might as well push her over to third right now.
Brings Ava Whitney, who struck out, then singled and scored, doubled, drove in a run. There she goes. First pitch, throw down, and
safe, but obstruction was called anyway. So
yeah. She's going to be safe either way.
Contact with Roosh as she was coming over, and it's a foot race between your shortstop and your base runner. Just makes it so difficult. As Singbile was coming in from third, leaves third base open.
Ella Whitney, the sophomore at third, Ava at the plate, the senior, and takes a strike, 1-1.
That sun's going to cause issues for a first baseman on any throw coming from third base right now.
Yeah, as it heads toward the west.
Right into it, yeah.
That one lofted high. Left fielder goes over, makes the play, will throw, but the throw's coming in wide. And the sac fly will score the run.
The Whitney sisters.
Whitney flies out to Bell in left field, down to 1.
And
Ella Whitney tags and scores.
Oh, Whitney's had an opportunity to do that a couple times today, tagging up, and it's going to take a dart of a throw to get her out at home from anywhere in the outfield.
Brings up Allie Jo Fortune, the catcher. Singled and scored, singled in an RBI, reached on a fielder's choice. Been on base 3 times, 2 for 3 in the official batting.
Offensive timeout here with nobody on. I don't know if it's a little discussion between the Fortunes here about what pitch may be coming. Obviously, Allie Jo is putting a lot of time behind home plate today. Maybe it's, hey, if you hit one out of the infield, just stop it first. Save your energy for getting the last 3 outs of the game.
So Stransky steps back into the rubber. Up over the screen. 1-1.
Over by the popcorn stand.
Oh man, in the morning I come out and they're starting that stuff and it drives me crazy. My stomach is just
smells so good.
growling,
that kettle corn, yeah. Never had kettle corn for breakfast. I don't know, maybe I have to try that tomorrow morning. Breakfast at Rogers Park.
Chopper to short, comes up, fires. We're out number 2.
Rush after the first balls hit to her this game has settled in and played a really nice game at shortstop. And again, just that youth of the Huskies, 8th graders, freshmen up and down the roster.
Brings up Izzy Moore, singled, flying out to the pitcher and flying out to center field on a sacrifice. Gets by Sweeting. A few times we've seen that today. Maybe the first where it's kind of got by her.
Popped her mask up.
Yeah.
Coach Weiland comes out, says, I'm good. Go back in the dugout, I'm fine. Sweeting, there is not much to her back there behind home plate, but she plays a lot bigger than what she is back there. She has been a wall for the Huskies this afternoon.
1-0 now to Izzy Moore, the senior. Big cut. She got home runs on the season. 6. 1-1. Holds up. 2-1. There's your strike. 2-2.
Yeah, brought. Again, not sure that's a change-up, more just taking a little something off the fastball there on the outside corner. Good spot for that ball, though, because the only thing that you're going to get out of it is a ground ball to the right side.
This one fouled off as she protects the plate.
Louisville Slugger bat sounded like it was split on that contact. The wooden bats in the majors sound a little different than the composite bats used in high school softball, or all levels of softball, I should say.
This one right up the middle, right to the center fielder Pink. To end the inning, 1 run on 1 error. No hits, none left on. So we'll go to the top of the 7th, 7-3. Highland needing 7 to keep this going here at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present the state softball tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm-strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on an outstanding softball season. And remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/wecare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
At the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Digital Network. Hydration break before we go to the 7th inning. It'll be the top of the order for the Highland Huskies. And they need 4 runs here to extend the play.
Well, it's a good afternoon to be in that third base dugout for Wayne because you get that shade.
Yeah, you get the shade coming
shade
over.
the whole time. A little breeze when you step out of the dugout, or a lot of breeze.
Izzy Moore in the circle. Allie Jo Fortune catching. J.C. Trimble at first. Ella Whitney at second. Bristol Peck, the shortstop. Ava Whitney at third. Lainey Harvey left. Carson Anderson center. And Hallie Ingram.
As
Right
Moore has worked into this game, keep in mind those 3 runs that were given up all came in the first 3 innings. She has not given up any since that point, and she's been, in fact, looking through it right now, she's retired. I guess there's been 1 base runner in the last 4 innings, so she's in the last 3 innings.
No, there's 2. They had
2, I missed 1.
Yeah, they had the single, I think, and then a slap single.
Oh,
by
2 in a row. There we go. Yeah,
Schneblin,
and
so just 2.
Yeah, but right back to back, and got a strikeout and a ground out to herself. Got out of that, so
So Fink.
Yeah, she's really settled down and pitched a very nice game after those first couple innings. And, you know, Highland came out swinging the bat today. They were not sitting there looking for walks.
Fink flied out to second. She doubled in a run, singled. And tries to bunt it and goes foul.
He's tried that a few times today. Sneak on the base, try to push it down that first baseline and beat the ball there. Fink has had an outstanding game in center field today.
Oh, yeah, she's been right where she needs to be all the time. And base runners is what you need right now if you're Highland. 0-2 pitch coming up. This one right through by the outstretched glove of Izzy Moore.
Yeah, 3 for 4 on the day for Fink. She, you know, that ball sat a little high in the zone and getting her right back up the middle. She was waiting on it.
Moore had the arm all the way out, but it went right by. So brings up Lily Beret, the second baseman. Flied to third. Got a bunt single and then struck out. 1 for 3. That one goes into the outfield.
That's going to score.
And she's going to come all the way around. Nope, they held her. Now she comes around and she will score.
Yeah, the ball went off the glove of the shortstop Peck and rifled all the way out to right center field. There was some sort of miscommunication as Fink came around third base between her and Coach Weiland, because I think Weiland was just celebrating knowing that Fink took it the wrong way and stopped,
and then she saw that the ball still wasn't coming in. And so now you need 4.
3 now. They haven't put the run up there yet.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Now you need 3, okay. With no outs, you got the number 2 batter up.
Yeah, you're in the right part of your order to make something happen right now for the Huskies.
With 1 strike. Shades of my Little League coaching days right there.
The ball went, I don't know that it got all the way to the fence, but it was pretty close. Couldn't see from our vantage point here, but need a little bit higher spot so we can see that beautiful logo they have painted out in center field.
That one bounces back here to
all right, that got me to flinch. Didn't see it coming. It hopped up at the last second.
Yeah, we can see there on the shot from our high camera the logo of the Iowa girl.
New this year.
Two 2-1. Inside strike. Count is even. Swing and a miss.
That changeup away that's a dirty pitch. That's so hard to hit.
And 10 by my count of strikeouts now.
Right at her average.
Sienna Bell, the left fielder, singled, struck out, grounded out, 1 for 3. This one slapped foul.
Nice catch, sir.
It's hard to figure out here at state where fans are necessarily from, because you got all the state tournament shirts are rarely the actual color of your team.
Yeah.
There's a lot of maroon up there right now. I don't know who that, I guess that'd probably be Clarksville coming in for the next game.
Ball.
Butler County represent up in our old neck of the woods, huh, Dar?
Yeah.
Who are you, Bremer or Blackhawk, where you were?
Actually, I lived in Blackhawk. Janesville is the oldest town in Bremer County.
Okay.
So my folks' place was right at the edge of the county. And then Janesville in Bremer. As many people refer to it as Bremer County, but it's not.
Those of us who spent part of our lives in Waverly know better.
This one foul.
For Bell to get around on these pitches, that's hard to do as a slapper right now.
chopper foul.
Done a really nice job of staying on top of this ball. She's going to try for that Baltimore chop and get it into the ground and motor on down to first.
I think I was talking with Devin, one of our other producers, about the inside the home park home run over there last night.
PCM last night,
and
right?
He said that reminded me of Clarksville.
I remember that.
They
yes.
hit that one, and
yeah,
as they were on their way to the championship.
I love that pitch. That's
3-2.
Hard to lay off. That had some pop to it as well.
Sienna Bell trying to get on. Fouls it off.
Can't get it by her right now. Can't do it.
Man, you can see there when she does get it in play, she is fast coming out of that right side of the box.
Yeah, it's quick to get down there.
Inside.
Moore showing a little frustration right now with just not being able to get that little extra part of the zone.
Full count here.
Bell has shown great restraint on some of these pitches.
Slaps it foul again. Now an 8-pitch at bat here for Sienna Bell.
Quality at bat territory and then some.
Another 8th grader.
Got a little smirk on her face as she comes back and picks up her bat. A lot of confidence out there for the 8th grader.
And she got a piece of that. 9-pitch at bat. Moore comes back up to the rubber, ready to go here. And that's the 5th one she's fouled off.
Well, this becomes a competitor situation because Moore just wants to get one by her, but at some point you're going to. Can you? I mean, Bella's fought off everything she's thrown at her so far.
Just get her out for out number 2 and move on and get out number 3 and end it, but Oh, and that one she caught her under the hands.
Yeah, got that little drop change, went up in the zone. A great at-bat for Sienna Bell, but in the end, Moore has one more trick up her sleeve.
Took 11 pitches, but puts her down, and now Moore saying one more. And that is Adley Sweeting. She's singled twice, scored a run. Grounded out the 3rd last time up, swings and misses on the first pitch here. 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Now I guess into evening, aren't we?
Yeah.
What time did we actually get started? I didn't check. Run a little behind today. 1-1.
5-10.
5-10, Randy says.
Ready to set off the party tonight in Corden, Seymour, and Humiston, Allerton, Lineville, Promise City, Clio, Millerton. Get all those towns together. And
just short of 2 hours here right now. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strikes her out to end the game. And Wayne will advance 7-4.
Well, they got the best shot from Highland this afternoon for sure, and nothing to hang their heads about for the Huskies. The 8th seed came in here upset-minded, and they came in throwing punches right from the start. In the end, just a little too much power there out of the Lady Falcons.
Yeah, went down swinging. 4 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors for Highland. 7 runs on 10 hits and 1 error, and it just all depended on when the hits came for Wayne as they advance now to play Wednesday at 7 o'clock over on Channel Seeds Field. And they'll advance the bracket here, and then we'll wrap it up for this one.
And now, Izzy Moore for the adventure team on the bracket.
There it is, the bracket advance, the hop and jumping. Pleasure doing the game with you, Andy Pollock. And thanks to Randy running the controls there today. I'm Dar Danielson. That's going to wrap it up here in this 1A quarterfinal at the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Say all that unprompted.